nga, since kayo yung magiging representative ng Philippines, ano yung masasabi nyo doon na parang in a way mapapakita nyo yung nangyayari ngayon sa society sa Philippines, especially kung mapili nga kayo doon sa Oscars?
I think there's really few stories that talk about the role of journalists in how a country runs, no? I think there's All the President's Men, there's The Insider, Spotlight. There's a new series now that's showing from the same makers of Spotlight where Hilary Swank, na-cancel siya na journalist in New York and was sent to Alaska to uncover a mystery, no? Which also looks really good. There's only a few stories that tackle journalists, no? Sorry, there's also a really good documentary of a German or Danish, yung about the disco that burned, parang yung ozone natin, where so many have died, and it's connected to a much deeper issue. It's not just the fire in the disco, but it's how the permits have been approved, ganun. No? So konti lang yun. And we are in the age where journalism is under attack talaga. Where the powers that be want more control over the news rather than the truth to be done in the news, no? Na parang i-report, to be reported. And okay na sila na parang mamadal yung issue na yan so long as they come out on the positive light at the end. And we've known about it, we've been talking about it, pero parang wala na, brazen lang, di ba, na tumutuloy-tuloy lang. Wala. Ito lang yung vloggers na gusto namin, na you don't know if they know the ethics of journalism or not. Di ba? Siguro in the hope that ayoko maging jaded and cynical to say na, well, kahit ano pang gawin nating kwento dyan, tutuloy pa rin naman nila yan. No one's gonna be convinced otherwise. No one's gonna be strong enough to point out what's wrong with the system. But not to do anything about it, not to tell a story about it, is also the wrong way, diba? Not to bring it out in the open. And what we really went down with on the job, which I think would appeal to the Oscar Academy members when they view it, is really how we've localized journalism, that universally it appeals because you know what journalism is. But when you look at it closely, parang unique lang sa Pilipinas ng yung ganong klase, no? Especially the role of Sisoy, si John Arcilla, no? Bayaran ng small town na mayor, di ba? Sa atin, accepted norm yan eh. At tao ni mayor yan. Di ba? Hindi yan sa atin na parang corrupt yan ah. Bayaran ni mayor. Hindi. Tanggap yan. Tao ni mayor yan. Tawagan mo pag may kailangan kay mayor. Di ba? And then you end up with this guy, the protagonist, having a change of heart na para sa kanya, okay lang akong tao ni mayor. What's wrong with that? Di ba? Okay lang ako nang sinusulat ko lahat. Parang to raise the parang puro positive para kay mayor, di ba? But then it's questioned once his closest friends and colleagues disappear. Di ba? It lets him question, what am I doing? And then without knowing it, without deliberately being conscious of it, starts to become the journalist na hindi na siya matagal na, di ba? Parang bumalik siya sa pagkabata on what being a journalist is and starts to dig around and find out the truth. So, ang ganda lang, parang medyo romantic siya. Pwedeng hindi siya mangyari ngayon sa totoong buhay. Kasi sa totoong buhay siguro, namatay sila. Oo nga kinontra kasi nila si mayor kaya tumahimik na rin na ako kasi mahirap na kalabanin si Mayor, di ba? In real life, baka gano'n ang mangyayari. But to romantically tell a story of someone who still wants to fight for something is worth telling on the big screen, di ba? Even if the real life story could have been something else, no? One that is about giving up and keeping quiet.
For my last